The Face of Mars by Novak Mimizic. Part 4.
It's what, Uncle?
An alien spacecraft.
Uncle, we're actually standing inside an alien spacecraft?
Yes. This is the airlock compartment.
How can you tell?
By the spacesuits hanging on the wall over there. Come on, let's take a look at the rest of the ship.
Uncle, look. These must be the scientists that built the chamber.
Yes. They came here from Earth decades ago and discovered the spacecraft.
But look at their bodies.
Decapitation. It looks as if they used the cutting devices on themselves. And from the direction of the bodies, I would say they were trying to leave. For some reason they failed. I wonder what that reason was.
But why would they want to kill themselves?
Yes. Why indeed? Come on then.
Where are we going?
The ship's bridge.
How do you know where that is?
I always know where things are. Standard designs are universal, you know.
But what if we run into these aliens?
Wouldn't that be interesting? But I doubt you'll get much conversation.
Well, why do you say that?
Oh, just a hunch. Besides, if they are still around, we can always ask them for the way out.
Oh, very funny. That line won't always work, you know.
Gifted one.
Wait a moment.
What is it, Uncle?
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
I thought for a moment I heard something. Anyway, it was probably nothing. Let's get a move on.
If I only had some hard evidence aliens existed, then I'd teach that Jake fellow a thing or two about them.
Ah, here we are. The bridge.
Look at the size of those chairs. They're huge. Whoever sits in them must be 8 feet tall at least.
Yes. Don't touch anything.
Oh, I'm not going to. You can count on that. Uncle? I think you'd better take a look at this. They must be the aliens you mentioned. I told you we'd run into them.
Yes. The crew.
Are they alive?
No. I can assure you they're quite dead. This ship's been here for many thousands of years at least.
But these bodies look perfectly preserved.
It's an inherent trait of the species.
So who are they?
The Rahish, a very proud and noble race.
Rahish? I've never heard of them.
Then you should get out more often. Travel broadens the mind, you know.
But these aliens...
Rahish.
Rahish. They look human.
Well, humanoid species are common throughout the universe. It's an evolutionary law of the cosmos. Try building a spaceship without any hands.
Look at their faces. They look a bit like the face of Mars.
Now that you mention it, I suppose they do. But don't let their outward appearance fool you. They're very alien, believe me. This entire ship is a memorial to the dead.
How can you tell?
Because listen, do you hear anything?
Well, no. But if they're all dead...
Yes, the question is, what's the cause?
Alright, I'll wait here a little longer, and if they're not back soon, then I'm going in after them.
You know, Uncle, it's a pretty small ship for people 8 feet tall.
That's because it's probably a scout vessel. It's practical to keep things cramped, you know. Let's just hope these controls are still working.
Hey, I thought you said not to touch anything.
Well, nothing ventured. Haha! It's alive! These flight logs indicate an onboard computer malfunction occurred. The ship crashed, and the crew probably died from the impact. The inertial dampers must have failed too. The Rahish are a sturdy race. Not easy to kill, you know.
We're a sturdy race, you mean? Anyway, I thought you said they were a proud and noble race.
Well, they were, until the Frontazi started attacking their space. Up until then, they were a peace-loving race. Rahish space is 1,000 light years away at least.
1,000 light years? Also, what's a Rahish ship doing here on Mars? Uncle, look at this.
Now this looks interesting.
What is it? Some sort of power room?
It's the ship's computer room. And if I'm right, that thing over there must be the central computer core. My guess is the computer malfunction must have driven the ship off course.
But you said Rahish space was 1,000 light years away.
Well, a simple malfunction in hyperspace can drag a ship thousands of light years off course. Remember the Dratus problem a few weeks ago?
Oh, remember? How could I forget?
Technically, it's the same thing.
But what has all this got to do with the face?
I don't know. Come on, we better get out of here. The cult are no doubt preparing to reconvene. We'll come back again later.
For centuries we have waited this moment. The fire is spreading. Our destiny, Mars.
As our will, so mote it be.
So, Uncle, why do you think the Rahish ship malfunctioned?
Oh, I don't know. These things happen. No technology is foolproof, no matter how good it is. Come on, Melissa. This is our stop.
So where are we going now?
The saloon.
Why there?
Because I need a drink of the oxygen-hydrogen kind. Ah, Gant. Just the person we were looking for.
An alien spacecraft?
Oh, that's right. We saw it for ourselves.
The question is, how long have the monks been using the place?
Well, it's said that the cult started about 10 years ago.
10 years? I'm going back to the Dratus.
Dratus?
Oh, it's how we travel. It's sort of a spaceship.
I need to get my sensor. You two meet me in the alien spacecraft.
You mean I can come as well this time?
Well, there are only 3 of us here. Now stop quibbling. We haven't got time to waste.
Wow, I can't believe it. I'm actually standing inside an alien spaceship.
Rahish spaceship.
Sorry?
The aliens who built this ship. They're called the Rahish.
Oh, so what's that thing you're holding?
It's a sensor. It detects particle decay.
Particle decay?
Yes, it'll tell me how old the ship's been here. These readings indicate 4 billion years.
So this ship's been here for 4 billion years?
That's right. That's about the time the Rahish died out. Wait a minute. 4 billion years? The impact of the ship's drive system must have affected the entire planet.
The global catastrophe you mentioned.
Yes,
So you're saying that's why no life evolved on Mars?
that's precisely what I'm saying. That's all.
What is?
My sensor's picking up active energy readings from the computer core. It seems to be emitting high psionic energy on a scale far too high for its function.
You mean the ship's computer's active after all this time?
Not only is it active, but it also seems to be thriving, and I can't explain how or why.
Imagine it, an alien ship under the surface of Mars, and for billions of years too. It's like a dream come true. This is just the proof I've been looking for.
Well, apart from the rest of this ship, this computer seems to be the only thing functioning. Anyway, I'm done here for the moment. Let's get out of here. I need some time to think.
More are on their way,
And more are following, just as it is written.
just as it was foretold. The fire not very fond of trains. I take buses.
Get used to it.
So, Uncle, how did the Rahish die out?
Well, their sun went nova too soon. To this day, no one knows why.
Nova? You mean their sun just exploded?
Yes. Rumour has it the explosion was caused by a Frontazi nova bomb.
Nova bomb?
It's a bomb that causes stars to explode by accelerating their hydrogen-helium reaction. During the last years of the Rahish-Frontazi War, the Frontazi were losing badly.
So they invented a nova bomb.
More than likely. The Frontazi were very ingenious.
Were? So what happened to them?
Their entire race died from a plague unleashed by the Rahish. And good riddance, too. The Frontazi were a warlike, savage race. The universe won't miss them, that's for sure.
Oh, so what were these Rahish like?
Warlike. Savage.
No, that was the Frontazi. The Rahish had a great civilization. One that developed highly attuned mental capabilities. You know, they used to be isolationists before they were attacked. The ship was probably on its way to survey Frontazi territory.
Or it could have been returning home with valuable information. Maybe to report on that Nova bomb you mentioned.
It's possible.
And on its way back, the computer malfunctioned and the ship crash-landed here, killing the crew.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Of course, that's it.
What is?
Rahish developed psionically controlled technology, which gave them a psychic rapport with their ships.
So the ship's psychic?
Not in the way you understand. You see, the ship and the computer gets its power from a direct mind link with its occupants.
But I don't understand, Uncle. You said the computer's still active, yet the aliens are dead.
Yes, so it must be getting its power from somewhere else. Originally, its power must have been coming from thermionic or photonic sources, but that wasn't enough for it.
Thermionic?
Heat.
And photonic?
Yes, light.
From where?
Well, from above the preserve, of course. There's your ethereal energy.
But Uncle, Mars is a cold planet. There wouldn't be enough heat.
You mean was a cold planet. Earth normal all the way now, remember? Besides, it wouldn't need a lot of heat. Even a little would be enough.
So are you saying this is our fault? Humans, I mean?
In part, yes. The question is, where's it getting most of its power from now?
As I will, so mote it be.
Those monks. Maybe the ship's getting its power from them. You said it had psychic capabilities.
Why, Melissa,
Yes?
that's brilliant. The monks must have stumbled upon the chamber by accident 10 years ago. And the computer's been channeling their psychic energy ever since, controlling them, using them as puppets.
And the face?
A manifestation of the computer's psyche, no doubt originally triggered by the probes that were sent here a century ago when they scanned Mars itself. The face is a projection of the computer's personality.
You mean the computer's been waiting, lying dormant all these years?
Yes,
But more people can see the face now.
which means its power is growing stronger.
So what does it want?
I have no idea. Let's go ask it.
Are you serious?
Never more so. I have to find out what it's up to, and I'm not going to get any answers sitting around here.
Oh, just a moment.
What?
When I was at the preserve, I overheard the monks talking.
About what?
Well, they mentioned something about Mars being in conjunction with the 12.
Well, go on.
And they said that when that happens, the spread of fire will rise. What do you think it means?
Of course!
What?
Haven't a clue. Come on, Melissa.
But suppose it's something important.
It's probably some superstitious mumbo-jumbo. I wouldn't pay too much attention to it.
Are you sure?
Quite sure. Are you coming, Gant?
You two go on ahead. I'll meet up with you.
The time of deliverance is almost upon us. Once complete,
Just pretend
we will
you're
have
part of the
fulfilled
crowd.
prophecy.
Where's Gant anyway?
As
Before
our
he's going to
will,
meet us.
so
How
mote
should I
it
know?
be.
Come on,
As our
let's make our
will,
way to the alien
so
ship.
mote it be. As our will, so mote it be.
Quickly, Melissa. Into the Rahi spaceship before we're noticed. Hello? Is there anyone here? Yes. I come to find out what you want.
Uncle, who are you talking to?
The ship's computer. It's speaking to me telepathically. What is it you want from the people? What is it you think they can give you? Well, we all want that, but the price is too high.
You will find a way to help our cause, to set us free.
I will.
Yes.
Oh, that's very flattering. Thank you.
Uncle, look!
It's electrified the whole ship. But don't worry, we're not in any danger. The computer won't harm us.
But what's it doing?
Come on, Melissa. Outside the preserve. No questions. The computer's growing stronger by the minute. Soon it will be so strong that nothing and no one will be able to stop it.
Did you find out what it wants?
Like everything else, to live, to survive. But the price of that survival is too high. It intends to fulfill its destiny.
Which is?
To become immortal by using the entire population of Mars as a gestalt.
Gestalt?
It means a perceived whole that's more than the sum of its parts. But it won't stop there. Eventually it will achieve complete non-physical existence.
But what's it trying to do that for? I mean, what does it want to evolve into?
Even I don't know the answer to that one. But if it keeps going at its present rate, it will become so powerful that it'll be almost like a god.
A god?
Yes, and when it's done, it will have absorbed the essences, what you call souls, of every living human being, leaving nothing but empty shells behind.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes, I must find a way to stop it. Just what I needed. A computer with delusions of grandeur.
But how are you going to stop it?
I have an idea. Ah, Gant, there you are.
Everyone from the city's gone. There's only a few people left.
Look around you, Gant. All these people and the ones inside the preserve are from the city, and not just Cydonia. Come on, Melissa. Gant,
Yes?
you stay here. Melissa and I will be back before you know it.
I'll keep an eye on things while you're gone.
Good for you.
Uncle, what are you going to do?
Keep the computer in check. I need the power of the Dratis if I'm going to do that, and I can't access the Rahi ship directly.
Because of the electric field?
Yes, it's to prevent anyone from tampering with it.
But I thought it trusted you.
Well, maybe it's testing me. It thinks I'm the chosen one after all. Take a look at the scanner. It's worse than I thought.
Look at all those people outside the preserve. There must be thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. And look, there are hundreds of people inside the preserve itself. Come on, let's take another look at the computer room. Don't worry, all those people out there are under a trance. They'll ignore us for now. Yes, look, I can't let you do it. I can't let you use all these people for your own end. No, you're using many innocent lives for your own purpose. I can't allow it.
We have infinite nations.
Us? You weren't designed that way. Oh, it's admirable that you found a way to survive and surpass the expectations of your creators. But it's over. But what about the people? Don't you care what happens to them?
survive.
Oh no, not you too. Don't touch those controls.
Must survive.
Melissa, let go! Sorry to do that to you, Melissa, but there was no other choice. Can't let you stop me now, computer. It's over for you, computer. You're finished. You're beaten. The life essences you stole are going back to where they belong. Sorry, but I can't do that. Melissa, are you alright?
Yes. What happened?
Simple. I caused a feedback energy loop using the Dratus' control systems by tying them into the computer when it tried to attack my mind.
So that's why we came back to the Dratus. You knew it would try to attack you from in here.
Yes, that's why I told it I wanted to stop it. All the life essences that were stolen were returned to their rightful owners.
So the computer's dead?
Shall we check to make sure? Well, I'd say it was dead, wouldn't you? But just to make sure it stays that way,
Uncle, what are you doing?
setting the alien ship's engines to overload.
Won't that destroy it?
Yes, it'll cause the ship to implode.
But what about the people?
Don't worry, the implosion will only destroy the Rahish spaceship, and if you look around you, you can see that it's completely empty. All the people are on their way back to their normal lives.
So, how long until the Rahish ship implodes?
Oh, I'd say seconds.
Uncle, come on! So why weren't the people who built the Sidonian reserve affected?
You mean the Howls? Probably too strong-willed.
And the scientists who discovered the ship took their own lives.
Rather than be controlled, and it wanted to give me free will so that I could help complete its task to achieve immortality through the Gestalt.
That's why it called you the Chosen One.
Yes,
So, the computer was using the monks to plant post-hypnotic suggestions into the people of Mars.
yes. That way they would visit the chamber, and then it would co-inhabit them, control them. It even gave the leading monks a certain amount of free will to complete its task.
It's a pity no one remembers what happened.
Everyone thinks the past few days were like any other, side effect of a cessation of the computer's power world.
So, why didn't the computer affect me?
Oh, you're much too stubborn to be affected by anything. I mean that in the nicest possible way, of course.
Thanks.
All that religious gobbledygook was no gobbledygook. The spread of fire was the computer itself, its consciousness, its psionic control over the people of Mars.
And Mars, in conjunction with 12, represents the 12 cities of Mars.
Very good, Melissa, very good. You know, the computer must have inadvertently absorbed the essences of the Rahish when the ship crashed here. It's probably what drove the computer insane in the first place.
Hey, have you heard the latest rumors?
What rumors?
There used to be some mysterious force under the Sidonian Preserve.
I wonder where he got that one from, Uncle.
Don't look at me.
So, now that we're done, can we take a proper look at Mars?
Yes, let's do what we came here to do.
So, where do we start?
Well, first I thought I might catch up with the Church of the Face of God. I think they're quite fascinating, theologically and psychologically speaking.
And then?
And then I thought I might take you to the Pyramids of Mars. You know, I've been there before. They're perfectly safe, I can assure you. But There was a time when one of the pyramids threatened the entire population of the universe. You see, what happened was...
The Doc was played by Novak Menezes, Melissa by Alison McGregor, Gant, Andrew Klukas, Graham Monk, Andrew Klukas, Monk Leader, Robbie Matthews, Computer, Nick Matthews, and the monks and crowd were played by the entire cast. Title music by Ron Greener and BBC Radiophonic Workshop. Incidental music, Conrad Lenz. Sound recordist, Michael Kras. Director, Graham Thomas. Sound effects, editor, assistant director, producer, Novak Menezes. Copyright 2002. Remastered 2007.